Hello everybody, this is the final video I'm going to be doing of Resident Evil 2, well looking back at Resident Evil 2. This is the fourth survivor game mode, it's another secret game mode. It was available on all versions I do believe. There's two characters you can unlock, you have to unlock them in different ways, certain ranks I'm not sure entirely. The character I'm going to be using is Hunk, as I feel his mission is more... well, his mission has an effect on the story, the whole storyline of Resident Evil. Whereas, and Tofu, if I'm honest, is just very hard because you've only got a knife to use, and he's just a novelty character, which is actually just a piece of tofu. This mission is about getting the G-Virus sample. Well, it's set when Annette talks about what happened to her husband, William, when Umbrella sent agents to retrieve the G-Virus from him. So it's set shortly after what happened, as Hunk's the only member of that squad that survived. Why he's called Hunk I really don't know.
Alpha team here. Mission accomplished. Roger. We'll rendezvous at the meeting point.
So if anybody does actually know why he's called Hunk, do feel free to leave a message in the comment section. What makes me kind of laugh about this mission, I mean, it's... if you've seen the video is only with Claire, I believe, when she meets up with Annette. Well, she meets Annette in the sewers. Is that you see William stamp on a G-Virus sample, and I think it was the rats that spread it into the water or something like that, and that's how everybody got infected originally. And you know, that was like that was set minutes ago after this game, I'm imagining. I mean, I can't say for sure because, as you just seen, Hunk woke up. So I don't know if it is set, but I mean, even if it was set minutes ago, you know, it wouldn't have worked without having monsters roaming. So it kind of it might seem silly, but it wouldn't be a fun game mode without that. I mean, the only other thing I could think is if you had William Birkin chase you, but then would that be enough? I suppose if you had, like, no items, like weapons or herbs or something like that, maybe. I think this game really does define the true meaning of survival horror, in that, you know, you've got not a lot of items. Once you use your items, that's it, there's no more ammo. So that's why it's really took me long to get it up, because it is really a hard game mode. I mean, I did see a video the other day of a guy, or it might have been a girl actually, they went the whole game without using any ammo or any herbs, and they made it all the way, and it was absolutely brilliant to watch. I mean, it was so amazing, because it's like, you know how, well, you'll see some of the things are just so hard to get past, yet they did it, and it's like, wow. I mean, I have done this before, but I was very lucky, I think, back then. Run into that car there. Sorry to quickly rush this, but I just had to, it was coming up, I had to say it. Run into that car there is a very tried and tested method, because I've seen it in a lot of videos that when I was stuck and just looking for some guidance, really, on how to do it. It's actually annoying these birds, because they are very fast. In one attempt, I actually literally got to the stairs and thought, oh, I'm going to make it without getting attacked, and one just hit me as I was going up the stairs. I literally was about to press the X button to go up the stairs. It was very annoying. This is probably the last time we'll see the dogs, I think. And they're not too bad in this corridor, because you can get the first shot in before they come chasing at you. It's very annoying that you can't see their exact position, so you've just got to... I think once you shoot the first dog, then you shoot the second and the third, you get a rhythm of how to shoot. Oh, I didn't kill them all, I thought I had that other one. Coming up in a minute is one of the probably one, I would say, about the fourth most annoying part of this game in a minute. I mean, it's easy if you've got the right gun, but it's just annoying how quick the zombies strike you, it throws you off guard if you're not used to it. I tend to, it might seem silly to some people, it might not. I mean, a lot of people probably watching this have played the game, so they'll understand where I'm coming from. I always tend to shoot to knock them down, then run, because it's just a waste of ammo to carry on. This bit is very annoying as these zombies, I mean, they surround you so quickly and you sort of get a bit panicky. But I mean, if you stick with the shotgun, you should do quite well. I think you can actually run to the door if you time it correctly. I tend to play it safer than sorrier. This is, I think, the only room, except for the room you start off in, that doesn't have any enemies. This, I'd say, is the third most annoying part, just because if you get struck with poison, and you've got, well, I mean, you should have, most of the time you should have herb, well, at least one herb when getting here. I mean, it depends how, once you get used to it, I mean, like, not the first attempt. I don't know, it depends on how well you understand the game and how well you can perform at it, really. This bit, I was actually kept trying to shoot them, but I realised it was wasting ammo. So I decided to make a run for it. I mean, I think I have actually got past them once without getting attacked, but it is obviously very hard. For some reason, I mean, the lickers are stated as blind in a few Resident Evil games. It was Survivor, and I think Resident Evil 5, it stated that they are blind. But walking doesn't help you there, I find. This is probably the third most annoying part for me. No, did I say third? I meant second. Actually, no, I'll take... I'll take the one I was on about that was fourth, I'll say is fifth, because I forgot about this bit. This bit's annoying because there's so narrow room and the ivy plants, the green ones, lurk in, and it's so hard to get past them, and the camera angle's really bad in this area. So I think here you'd have been better off with the over the I'm using a pistol here because I think I'm trying to save a bit of magnum ammo. Another thing, this is the second most, I think, annoying part now, definitely, because if you don't know they're there, they will strike you with poison, and if you haven't got any herbs, it's pretty much going to be game over. Because poison, obviously, well, if you don't know, if you don't understand Resident Evil, have never played the older games, poison decreases your health over time, but I imagine, you know, that's what poison does in a lot of games. I mean, like Final Fantasy, there's a poison status that drains your HP over time. For those who haven't played Final Fantasy, it stands for hit points, if I'm correct. It's just basically your life points. Now this, I think, if I do this right, this is very clever. Well, I think it's an obvious clever thing to do. I mean, if you don't know this guy's there, you're going to run straight into him. So I thought that was clever, but I mean, you know, it's pretty much, I think a lot of people probably will have done that to make some room and run around him. The sort of thing I want to sort of touch on now is I just wanted to go back to when I remember the first time I unlocked this game, because me and one of my friends at school really loved Resident Evil, and and we used to talk about it quite a lot. I used to annoy a few people with it. But I just loved the game so much back then. I remember the first time I unlocked this, I was like so excited about it, and I remember telling it was just great feeling to unlock it, really, because I heard you could unlock it and I didn't think it was something I'd ever do then, but it was just amazing to feeling when I unlocked it. It's sort of, I know it sounds stupid, but it's such a sense of achievement, really. It's probably one of the best memories I have, really, of playing this game. I think he gave me his memory card to transfer it onto, if I remember correctly. I used to love the PlayStation 2 cases where you could put your memory card in. I used to think they were great. But obviously with PlayStation 3 and other consoles that are out now, they saw hard drives, so you don't need memory cards. I mean, I think the 360 does have a memory card, but I've never used a memory card from when I've had a 360, so... These are really quite annoying because they are so. I think they're more of an evolved liquor. I mean, just because they have a change in colour, I think they're a lot stronger as well. I mean, caution now is not looking very good. I mean, there's not too much to go. I think if you can get through this room with not too much damage, and at least one herb, I think you're halfway to doing it. I think really getting into the police station with 2 herbs is the best way to do it. I mean, it does take a lot of practice and a lot of... I will say this, if anybody wants to, has never completed this, my advice, really, if I'm honest, is just experiment with things, because while it might seem a risky manoeuvre, it might actually pay off. That's what I was really doing when I couldn't do it. I was just trying everything and seeing how certain enemies moved and that kind of thing, just playing around with it. And you'd be surprised how many things like that. For example, the room where there's zombies on fire and there's 2 zombies on the floor. I thought, I know this might be a waste of bullets, but I'm going to try and take the 2 out with a shotgun. That made a lot of opening. I mean, if you do it quickly, you can actually run past the other 2. I was just very unlucky in that part not to get away with that. Here I'm just thinking is, you know, there's not many more enemies to go, and the enemies that are coming up, pistols don't really do much damage to them, so I'm using most of my pistol ammo, because these guys I'm going to need the magnum ammo probably more than I am. Well, I don't know if the magnum ammo, I mean, what's in the final room is the tyrant again, and to be honest I don't know if it's worth shooting him with the magnum or just legging it if I get that far. This room is very annoying because the zombies are just literally on you as you enter the door. There's nothing you can do really. I have seen in the video I was talking about earlier where the person that made it went the whole way without using ammo, etc., herbs. They actually went. They just ran straight through into that door, so I mean that might be worth a try. I was just so at this point sort of thinking, oh, I want to get this done, so I didn't risk it, and I thought a shotgun would deal with them, but it was actually kind of a mistake, as you can see at my health meter. I'm probably not going to do this now, judging by my health. I mean, I might get lucky. I think I've got some magnum and I just closed that too quick to have a proper look. Let's get through this room and I'll have a look if I can get through this room. And now I'm dead. Great. But luckily for me, I can rewind and try again. I say rewind. I can load it back up is what I mean. This is an attempt where I actually complete it. I think I can't remember when I did it. I was like literally when I did it, I got the disc out of my DVD recorder because it does sometimes delete some of the stuff I've done by accident. I literally got the disc out of my DVD recorder, finalised it and put it straight on my laptop and ripped the footage off. And it was like, I just wanted to make sure because it took me so long to do this. Where I went right on this playthrough is the lickers didn't hit me, the ones downstairs. I think I got past the dogs when you come up through the manhole. I shot them down with a shotgun and just run straight past them because they all got downed. And I think the spiders in the reception room, I think it is, didn't hit me. Just really little thing changes like that. And here I tried to make a run for it. It was a little bit costly because I didn't think that licker would jump at me, but I actually still make it, so it's not a problem. I think running past them is a better move in some ways. It's risky, but it might actually pay off. So you've got to deal with that how you think you do better. If you're better at shooting them than I am, then you might be better off shooting them. I just thought run would be my best option. And the only reason I was going to start it back up from where I died, but I thought I'll show you a different way of handling the lickers, and that I had the 2 herbs, really, not to show off. It was just so that you could see it's better to keep the herbs, sort of thing. I mean, admittedly, this is just to sort of show people the game and look back at it, really, but you know, some people do sort of have, when they're playing games, they like to, and they get stuck or want some guidance, they do turn to YouTube. And I've got to say it's helped me out over the years. Well, I think about 6 years. I mean, it's helped me, YouTube, quite a bit. To, you know, it's a very nice website to find things that you're stuck with. I tend to really, you know, give something a try until I just can't think of anything else to do. And it's amazing how many times you think, if I would, how easy it's just amazing that something you needed or something you were doing wrong, and you look at it and think, you just kick yourself thinking, you know, how simple was that? Most of the time. I pretty much didn't try to run here again, I just went for the shotgun again. It might have been a silly mistake, but I think I dealt with the zombies quite good. I think one bit me in the foot, I think it was, just now. This next bit was probably the biggest mistake I made in this playthrough. It was a real bad error on my part. I should have watched for the one on the floor, because it led to a few of them striking me. I thought, because I seen the one coming behind me, I thought, oh, I'm going to run for it, get out of his way, but it got me. I mean, I was very lucky to just get caution, I think it was. Yeah, I was very lucky to get caution here. This is the final room now, and here I was sort of thinking, because I knew he was in here, I had a suspicion anyway, because this is where Leon or Claire, depending on whose second scenario you're playing, he usually is, so I had a funny suspicion he'd be in here. I thought, seeing as I'm on caution, he might put me into danger and I might not be able to get away from him quick enough. So I thought I'd go for trying to take him out, which was risky, but I thought it was better than just running at him. I think he does strike me in a minute, which I was kind of annoyed at because I didn't pull back quick enough. Here it is. I should have pulled back a bit quicker, but luckily I think I'd take him down. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that's that done. That's probably, this is the end bit now. Just going to say what I've got coming up video wise. I'm going to be doing a look back at Resident Evil 3. It's one of my favourite games in the series, so I felt like doing it. I'm going to possibly do a look back at Resident Evil 1, the remake, on the GameCube. I have the Wii version. I'm not very good with the Wii controls, so you'll have to bear with me on that one. I'm probably going to do a lot of the Resident Evils leading up to Resident Evil 6. It's just, I haven't played them in a long time, and it'd just be nice to have a look back at some of them. 5's the only one I've played recently. I'm going to be doing the main story ones, not so much the spin-offs like Outbreak. I'll see if I have time. I might, if people want me to do them, I might. I'm still doing my Tony Hawk series as well. So that's really all I've got coming up, video-wise. I'm going to be doing Tony Hawk 1 to 4. I'm not going to do the underground ones because I don't feel they fit in with the Pro Skater series. That's pretty much the end of Hunk's mission now. He flies off. The only thing I'm going to point out, I'd never noticed this before. I don't know if it's in the UK version or the PAL version, as it's known. But I just noticed this, and it's another blunder, spelling mistake. I'm guessing they translated it, because I think if you use Google Translator, it makes a lot of mistakes. It says end of one nightmare, prelude to the another. The another, it should be just to another. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I mean, I appreciate it. And that's me finished really with Resident Evil 2. So thank you if you have watched the series of videos. And hopefully you'll join me for some others that I've been doing.